What if I told you that 30 minutes each day could completely transform how your team performs? You're probably thinking that sounds too good to be true. After all, you're already spending hours each day managing your team. But here's the thing. It's not about spending more time. It's about spending the right time in the right way. Your current leadership time? It's putting out fires, answering endless questions, repeating instructions, fixing mistakes, and playing catch-up. Today, I'm going to show you a simple system that will change all of that. We'll call it your daily leadership ritual. And it starts before you even open your email. Let's start with what I call the frog list. It's your team's daily success roadmap. The frog list is created at day's end. It has tomorrow's priorities. It has clear outcomes, the resources that are needed, and the potential roadblocks. Here's why it works so well. When your team creates their own daily plan, they take ownership of their success. But there's a catch. You have to resist the urge to modify their lists. Your new role is to ask questions, offer resources, remove obstacles, track outcomes, and celebrate wins. Now, let's talk about the most powerful 15 minutes of your week. I call it the lion meeting. And it's going to change how your team thinks about problems. The lion meeting stands for last week, issues, opportunities, and next week. It's a focused 15-minute check-in that happens every Friday. So the lion meeting structure starts with last week's wins. Then we look at the issues to address. Then what opportunities were spotted. And finally, next week's focus. Here's what makes this meeting different. You're not there to solve problems. You're there to guide thinking. When someone brings up an issue, instead of jumping in with a solution, you ask, what do you think we should do about that? Watch what happens. Your team starts coming prepared with solutions, not just problems. So here's some key questions to ask. What options have you considered? What resources would you need? How would you measure success? What could go wrong? When could you implement? It's what I call the 20-60-20 rule. This is how you stay connected without micromanaging. So the 20-60-20 rule is 20% is the initial check-in. 60% is independent work. And the final 20% is the final review. Think about any project your team is working on. Instead of checking in constantly or waiting until the end, you'll have 3 specific touch points. The first 20% is about clarity. Are we all seeing the same destination? In that initial check-in, you want to be clear on the outcomes. Are the resources available? What are the potential obstacles? Is the timeline realistic? Are the success metrics defined? Then comes the magic. You step back completely during the middle 60%. This is where real growth happens. This is where your team builds confidence. And the final 20% isn't about criticism. It's about learning and celebration. Let me show you how to implement this system starting tomorrow morning. First, block out these 3 specific times in your day. So your daily leadership schedule looks like 15 minutes, morning frog review. 5 minutes, midday quick check. 10 minutes, end of day planning. Notice something important here. We're not adding hours to your day. We're actually giving you time back. Because when you use these 30 minutes effectively, all those random interruptions throughout the day, they start to disappear. What you'll notice is fewer emergencies, better solutions, a confident team, more strategic time, and sustainable growth. Here's your challenge for tomorrow. Try just the morning frog review. Ask each team member to share their top 3 priorities. Then, instead of giving advice, ask them what support they need to succeed. This small change sets the tone for the entire day. I've put together a detailed guide that walks you through this entire system. It's called How to Become a Great Leader, and it's yours free. Just click the link in the description below and I'll send it right over. Remember, great leadership isn't about having all the answers. It's about creating an environment where your team finds the answers themselves, and it all starts with just 30 minutes a day.